I always say that I'm a student of human nature. I study human nature all my life. That's the reason I paint. What better way to study human nature other than studying the face, trying to understand what truly is behind what you see. Art is supposed to be one of the most sincere ways of expressing ourselves in the most direct way. Usually my models look directly in my eyes, therefore the eyes of the viewer. And the simple reason is I care about the dialogue, I care about the connection, I care about the bridge, more than anything, about the energy that goes both ways. I have the light coming from above, which is very important. What you see in my studio as far as technique goes, it's classical in a sense that requires a lot of knowledge, not only how to use the paints and the brushes, but knowledge of anatomy, perspective, art history, aesthetic, philosophy, and everything. It's meditation, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours a day, pure meditation. Just connecting on a different plane, connecting with a different kind of vibration or energy. All I care about is to make sure that whatever is in front of me is in tune with that vibration. I have the privilege to sit on the board of advisors of the Center for Ethics at Emory University. And our director, Paul Wolpe, just mentioned that next year we are celebrating 200 years from publishing Mary Shelley's book, and I got intrigued from the very first moment. I told him, listen, I would love to paint that portrait. I find it really challenging. I'd love you to use it any way you want, and we can have an open discussion with the students and faculty and guests. Visual art, it's all about seeing, it's all about sharing ideas, and truly illustrates and focuses the consciousness of society as a whole and individually to all of us. My model is my son, Michael. He's 18 and a half. The reason I've decided to use him as a model is he's the most amazing young man I ever known, and to turn him into the opposite, into this artificially created monster, is not only challenging and intriguing from intellectual point of view, but certainly raises a number of moral questions. Certainly it's emotionally challenging, and I hope that will help the portrait to be even more intimate, even more personal, yes, and therefore with bigger impact to the viewer. It's a handsome young man who from a distance looks very attractive. The closer you get, the more challenging it becomes, to a point that it's actually very repulsive and makes you feel uncomfortable, but makes you ask certain questions. What's going on? What exactly is going wrong? What's missing? I think I understand his tragedy, and the very secret of his existence is setting the whole discomfort and distrust and agony within. It is the ultimate challenge for an artist who spent, like I said, nearly half a century trying to understand human nature, trying to find the God's particle in each and every one of us, to do the exact opposite. The fact that we are divine creatures, we subconsciously know it, whereas Frankenstein, or let me say Adam Frankenstein, knows that he's not. I truly hope we can go a little bit deeper and try to understand the deeper meaning of life and the very essence of human existence, and whether or not we could recreate life, whether or not we can play God, whether or not we can take that risk without being punished or not. This portrait should visualize how far we've gone away from nature, and we are so lost in our world of technology and machinery, the real face of our disconnections. Every portrait I do is to a large extent a self-portrait, so please don't think about it as a mere illustration of her book. It's my work, it's my interpretation of Frankenstein and the way I see him. And again, at the end of the day, I only hope that's another reason, another excuse to start talking about the big issues in life.